My God, I hate drugs.
A video supposedly of Xander Ford has been making the rounds online, putting the internet star yet again in a bad light. In the video, you can hear a voice that appears to be of Xander's criticizing actress Kathryn Bernardo's legs. Xander was quick to deny allegations. In an earlier Facebook post, he claims the guy in the video merely sounded like him. But a video posted by fashionpolice.com showed another angle where you can see Xander's face before his plastic surgery. Today, Xander's management agency released a statement saying Star Image Artist Management will not and will never tolerate misbehavior of its artists. It adds Xander will soon do a tell-all on the issue. This video continues with Xander's statement vowing to fix the mistakes of Marlu, referring to his old self. He says, "Pilit ko pong nilalabanan ang aking mga dating nakaugalian. Ang mga nagawa ni Marlu noon ay pilit ko po inaayos at itinutuwid. Mabigat at masakit ang lahat ng ito sa akin. Aayusin ko po talaga si Xander Ford." Now, still ahead, we share a video of Chester Bennington, filmed days before his death. And Khalil Ramos talks about his new film and how he plans to become a better actor. This is Newsroom Weekend on CNN Philippines. Stay tuned. David, June Palafox's concept of the Marawi rehabilitation seems grand, having compared its rehabilitation to Japan and I understand Europe, like Germany and Spain. Now, did he say how much this proposal would cost?
Well, my $8 billion, that's roughly 400 billion pesos, or 8 times the amount the government is initially proposing, which is about only 50 billion pesos. Now, we did ask Mr. Palafox how viable or how realistic is an $8 billion rehab plan for Marawi. He argued if corruption in the country can go up to $15 billion a year, it can afford to rebuild Marawi at $8 billion, provided the government can find a way to put an end to corruption, which, by our standards, is pretty much a daunting challenge as rebuilding Marawi itself, Mai.
Thank you. Senior correspondent David Santos there, reporting live from Iligan City. John Paul Solano, a primary suspect in the hazing death of law student Horacio Castillo III, is under immense pressure. The Senate is giving him until tomorrow to publicly reveal the fraternity members who were behind the crime. Solano earlier promised to give senators a copy of his affidavit as soon as a preliminary investigation is held. But up to now, no affidavit has been submitted. Senator Joel Villanueva says they will cite him in contempt if he fails to submit by Monday. CNN Philippines tried to reach Solano and his lawyer, but they have yet to respond. Senator Joel Villanueva says Solano's affidavit will be significant as this can open doors to naming those responsible for the tragedy.
Military reports, clashes on Saturday has left at least 20 soldiers injured. Among them, a battalion commander hit with a sniper bullet. A rescued 16-year-old girl also tells them Maoist fighters are forcing women and children hostages to fight.
Once they carry arms and start firing at our soldiers, then they become combatants. And our soldiers have the right to defend themselves and to perform their mandate.
As for the government troops, they are eager to finish the fight and go home to their families. Authorities and thousands of evacuees hope rehabilitation work will begin soon for Marawi to rise from the ruins. From Marawi City, George Cahiles, CNN Philippines.
A look back at how the Marawi crisis unfolded. On May 23rd, mounted terrorists attacked the heart of Marawi City and engaged in a firefight with the military. President Duterte, who was then meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin, cut short his trip and declared martial law in Mindanao. In June, the parents of the Maute brothers were arrested. Later, the Maute patriarch Kayamora died in detention. On July 20, President Duterte visited Marawi for the first time to boost troop morale. In his next 4 visits, he showed a matrix exposing drug money as the source of funding in the Marawi attack. In another visit, he was given a live target, a Maute terrorists to shoot. By August, the number of evacuees has reached hundreds of thousands, many of them forced to stay in evacuation centers. One of the hostages, Catholic priest Chito Suganob, was rescued. Many hostages still remain with the terrorists. Today, day 146 of the fighting, 161 soldiers have been killed in action. The war also claimed the lives of 47 civilians. On the enemy side, 820. The number of internally displaced persons, more than 350,000. If the military fails to retake the city today, it will be the 6th time it has moved the target date. With the war nearing its end, preparations for the city's massive reconstruction are expected to go in full swing. Authorities are meeting with stakeholders to plan for the work ahead. Our senior correspondent David Santos joins us live from Iligan City for the latest. David, what was discussed in the meeting so far?
Well, my recommendations and more recommendations. Well, this afternoon, renowned urban planner June Palafox met with members of Task Force Bangon Marawi. Earlier today, leaders of the different traditional royal families in Lanao also discussed proposals on how rehabilitation should be carried out. Now, Marawi Mayor Mahul Gandamra, speaking before Sultanate leaders, says any rehab plan should be, quote, sensitive to the cultural and religious aspirations of the Maranaos. Gandamra says the local government has its own rehab plan amounting to more than 48 billion pesos. Now, he's set to present this in a meeting with some of President Duterte's cabinet members middle next week. Now, of this amount, Gandamra says 16 billion pesos will go to a compensation fund for owners of destroyed homes. Now, Sultanate leaders are also voicing concern on pronouncements that government may take over vast hectares of land in Marawi once the war ends.
Ang mga lupa na yan ay para sa amin talaga yan. Hindi namin alam na may mga military reservation pala.
The idea of June Palafox, he wants Marawi to do a Hiroshima or Nagasaki in Japan. That is to preserve the war ruins in the old city of Marawi and build an entirely new center where better urban planning can be implemented.
Old city and create a new city, learn from the mistakes. So, magiging urban laboratory pa, mistakes made. Kasi it's not security by design.
Of course, the much anticipated liberation of Marawi remains as the primary concern for residents here. To say they are longing to go home after almost 5 months of grueling wait and staggering destruction to infrastructure and properties is almost an understatement. Now, if and when the military declares it has retaken Marawi, Mayor Gandamra wants Maute leaders captured, preferably alive.
Of course, we are urging our government na dapat to talaga, kung sino managot, dapat to, they should be brought to the bar of justice.
Now, as they wait, local leaders also want to make sure they are getting ready to see the day Marawi is back in government control. Mai.
Marami ang nagre-react sa inyo dun sa top story natin ngayon, yung 2-day nationwide transport strike. Babasahin ko yung mga comments nyo in a bit. Also, yung talk of a supposed destabilization plot against the government. Marami rin ang nagre-react dyan, especially sa Twitter, yung mga binabasa kong reactions kanina. Some from famous personalities, yung iba kung sa average netizen, nagre-react dun sa sinasabi ng gobyerno or ng Malacanang or si President Duterte, also his daughter, Mayor Sara Duterte, na may destabilization plot nga at supposedly mag-join down ng forces with the transport groups ang mga ibang grupo associated with the left. Ito ay galing din sa isang official ng LTFRB. Hihingan ko kayo ng reaction dito. Ano masasabi nyo dito sa mga reports ng destabilization plot? And also, pwede ko na basahin yung mga ibang reactions. Benson Santa Ana says, well, everyone, including the government, is already prepared for the transport strike tomorrow. They should just accept change instead. Now, si Francis Kenneth Alamay says, it's a modernization plan, win-win solution. The government must provide subsidy or loans for purchase of new jeepneys for operators to be affected. We also got plenty of angry reactions dun sa report naman ni Makoy Popioko dun sa event ng Tindig Pilipinas.